Spider-Punk, who was in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, is going to be getting his own animated feature film. Let's talk about it. This comes from Deadline, which means that this is vetted information. It got approved by the studio, which would be Sony in this case, because Sony animated picture film. So yeah, Sony's like, this is what we want you to get out, and it got ran by through them. It could have been perhaps they got the scoop, and then Deadline's like, okay, then we're gonna put this out. Check this, and Sony's like, yeah, let it out. Or maybe Sony went to them, but vice versa. This is vet information. The traits have a very good relationship with the studios. They do as they say, so they can get news like this exclusives out. So who knows? This could have been greenlit recently, or it could have been greenlit a while ago, and they decided to release it now. But the fact that we're getting this news while Spider-Man Brand New Day just started filming, it's very hyped to be a Spider-Man fan, especially on top of the other projects that we got coming out in the next few years. But we'll talk about that later. So the title of this article from Deadline says Spider-Punk animated feature from Daniel, and my bad, I'm going to mispronounce the last name, Kaluuya and Ajon Singh in development at Sony. Sony Pictures Animation is in early development on a Spider-Punk animated feature from co-writers Daniel Kaluuya and Ajon Singh, Deadline has learned. And this is interesting because we know that Daniel, he was obviously the voice actor for Spider-Punk, but it says here he's also going to be a co-writer on the project, on the film, which is interesting because it reminds me of what's happening recently. John Bernthal, if you don't know, he's filming this special presentation for The Punisher, and obviously we know he's the Punisher, the actor, but also we know that he actually co-wrote the script for it, which is pretty cool. So I really like when the actors get more creative control in terms of their characters. It just, I feel like it works better a lot of times, especially when they're passionate, and yeah, it just helps. That's what I think. So I think this is a positive in my opinion. Yeah, let's get further into this. It says plot details are under wraps and no other details in place at this time. So yeah, that's expected. So this might mean they just recently greenlit and they're like, yeah, let's get this news out ASAP. Yeah, because this project's gonna be a far time away. Yeah, this is, who knows? I guarantee. That's kind of crazy to say. I kind of feel, I don't feel like we're gonna get this movie by at least 2030. I think by at least earliest 2030, which is crazy to say. But then again, you gotta remember they're working on Beyond Spider-Verse, and I don't know if they're gonna work on this like starting now at the same time, coincide, or if they're gonna have the team work on Beyond Spider-Verse and then come work on this as the same team, or they're gonna split the team up a bit, which would make sense because you're trying to get Beyond Spider-Verse out in time and like as best as possible. So that's kind of the thing there. Like what team's working on it? Same team is gonna be a different team, so that kind of affects the timing as well, and the quality of it. Yeah. So, and also, what could the story be? What could it be? It could be a lot of different things, but it doesn't say, right? The plot details are under wraps, so really no. It's very early on to say, which makes me think, please don't do this. I know this could be complicated production of this movie just because of the animation. I just hope it doesn't end up being where the production gets very complicated and then they're like, Sony's like, yeah, it's too many resources and stuff. Let's cut this, man. Like midway through, that would be an absolute shame. I would actually be fuming. And another thing is, I just don't want the animators, anyone working on this, to get overworked, because we know that was the issue with Cross Spider-Verse. Just especially crunching, man. Oh man, it's honestly sad to see. So I'm hoping that's not an issue. I'm hoping they learned a lesson from that. Also for Beyond Spider-Verse, seems like they learned a lesson for that, because they're taking more time, and hopefully everyone's good, man. That's the thing. But it's following up here. Says the natural assumption, of course, is that Kaluuya will reprise the role of Spider-Punk, which he played in 2023 Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and will reprise in the upcoming Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Okay, so it's assuming that he's going to be back. It's got to be, because why else would be co-writing? I don't feel like that would make any sense. So, and then it says, okay, this is general information about the character itself. More general information. Okay. More general information here. And it says Singh most recently wrote and produced. Okay, that's whatever. But that's pretty much what it says from the article. Very light details. Like, this could have literally gone greenlit today, like I said. Who knows? But it's very exciting because Spider-Punk is really a fan favorite character. They should have done this. Like, I've seen people saying this as well. They should have done this as soon as Across Spider-Verse came out, because people were talking about it, raving about Spider-Punk, how he's like a standout character from the film. We want to see more of him, whether that was in whatever way it was. People were just like, we want to see more of him. So the fact, like, it took them 2 years later, really? It's kind of crazy to think about. Like, it's better late than never, but still, it should have been done immediately back then, 2023. could at least gotten a little bit more done on it, right? And who knows what their point they're at. Maybe they're still writing script. Maybe that's where the plot details are under wraps. Like I said, this could have just been greenlit like very recently. So the script is not even done. It's probably not done. What am I saying? It's definitely not done. But yeah, anyways, when this news came out, DanielRPK followed up by saying from the Deadline thing article that there's also an animated Spider-Woman and Venom films in development. Which is interesting because the Spider-Woman one, I don't recall hearing about that. There might have been reported before. The Venom one, I definitely recall them. Because back in last year, 2024, early 2024, we got news that Seth Rogen will officially be penning, so writing and producing R-rated Venom animated project for Sony Pictures. And you're probably thinking, Seth Rogen, what the hell? Like, it's kind of old news. Seth Rogen cooks, bro. If you go look at stuff that he's worked on in recent years, you'll understand why I say that. Like, Seth Rogen, he's no bum. This guy's legit. He knows what he's doing in this genre, superhero genre. But we didn't hear about it for a while, so we were like, oh no, what's going to happen? Because Sony, man. Oh man, Sony. A lot of times, man. Sony is, they're a very funny company, to say the least. But at least we know this Venom anime project that has Seth Rogen, if it's the same one, we're assuming, it's still going on. It's still ongoing development. It's not dead. Okay, that's the worst thing that you hear. We don't hear anything about it for a while, and then you just find it's dead. So a good thing to know that it's still getting actively developed. And the only thing is Spider-Woman anime project. We have no information about that, so I can't really say much about it. And yeah, that's about it. So for all Spider-Man projects that we got in the works now, obviously for live action, we got Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is currently filming. The news is released on the same day where they came back to filming now, so it's kind of cool. Spider-Noir, which we know is done filming, that's coming out, I think, early next year, right? 2026. And then also for animated, we got Spider-Man Beyond Spider-Verse. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know about that. Okay, we're very excited for that. Spider-Woman, which Daniel just reported. Spider-Punk, which came out from Deadline just now. And then Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. So, yeah, this is very cool stuff. Sony, Marvel, they seem to be cooking here for Spider-Man related content. Man, it's crazy to say content nowadays, but that's how it is. Yeah, this is very cool. We got a lot of Spider-Man just projects coming, and hopefully they turn out well. That's what we can hope for. But yeah, honestly, let me know what you think down below. This news is very exciting. I feel like I just want the movie to come out whenever. And also, it says feature movie, so I'm guessing this means feature length, aka 90 minutes, an hour and a half, around there, which is good. I'm glad they're not trying to make it like a whole long movie like Spider-Man Into and On. Also, like not all of them need to be that long, especially it takes extra work, resources, and stuff. You can just make it like this length, and that'd be good. Honestly, even if it was like a short film, an hour or so, I would still be happy about that. But yeah, it's probably gonna be like an hour and a half or so. It's pretty exciting. And yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see what goes on with these. It seems like Sony, for Spider-Man stuff especially, they're leaning more into the animated side of it, with obviously Spider-Punk movie now, Spider-Woman, and the Venom animated movie. All three of these. So, yeah, because we saw reports about what they're doing live action for Spider-Man stuff. Yeah, this is dead. Okay, this is dead there. They finally realized, man, it's dead. So they're going into this aspect, which you should probably just done years ago too, at the same time. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you think down below. Are you excited for this? And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.